Hey there, focus learners, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down the absolute ultimate AI monetization playbook. We're going to look at exactly how people are making the leap from just endlessly scrolling through AI content to actually building scalable, real-world revenue streams. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for this explainer. We're moving through a very structured, logical blueprint today. We'll kick things off with the AI money blueprint, then move right into finding proven demand, creating digital products, building no-code websites, selling smart AI agents, and finally landing your first client. All right, let's jump straight into phase 1, the AI money blueprint. Now, what's really interesting about the slide is the core philosophy behind it. You see, AI tools, no matter how insanely advanced they've gotten, are completely useless on their own. As this quote perfectly highlights, AI itself doesn't make money. Solving problems makes money. Think of AI as your own tireless, high-leverage digital employee. It completely replaces the need for a massive staff or spending years learning how to code. But you still have to direct it to solve real-world pain points. Whether we're talking about marketing, sales, operations, or customer support, literally every business out there has problems. And if your AI product can step in and solve them, well, that's where the real value is generated. That takes us right into phase 2, finding proven demand. Look, you could build the most incredible, futuristic AI product in the world, but if there's no existing market demand for it, it's pretty much guaranteed to fail. So before you do anything else, you have to ask yourself this one crucial question. Are people already buying this? Before you even think about typing a single prompt into Claude or ChatGPT, you have to validate your niche. We aren't trying to invent brand new untested markets here. We simply want to step directly in front of a wave of demand that's already happening. Let's move to the next point and see how this builds into a practical validation process. Let's take ebooks as a quick example. First, you start by identifying a super specific niche, something like, say, decluttering. Then you go check the platforms where the buyers already hang out, like Amazon. By using awesome free Chrome extensions like coauthor.ai, you can instantly pull up the best sellers rank, or BSR, and actually calculate the daily sales data. If you see books on decluttering pulling in hundreds of dollars a day in royalties, boom, you've successfully validated the profitability of that exact topic. Moving right along to phase 3, creating digital products. So, once we have that proven demand locked in, we can leverage AI to write highly focused, problem-solving digital products. And I want to let you in on a little secret. 10,000 is the magic number for your very first one. Yep, 10,000 words is the absolute sweet spot for an effective digital ebook. You absolutely, positively do not need to sit down and write a sprawling 500-page masterpiece to generate hundreds of dollars a month. In fact, a quick one-day project that zeroes in on a specific solution is so much better. And this brilliantly illustrates why that's true. When people buy nonfiction, they aren't paying by the pound. A 900-page comprehensive guide, honestly, that's just overwhelming, and it's usually packed full of fluff. Buyers are paying to get from point A, having a very annoying problem, to point B, having the solution, as quickly as humanly possible. Simpler is always better. If someone wants to learn how to declutter their home fast, give them the exact solution in 10,000 words using an AI writing assistant, and you have just created a highly valuable asset. Which brings us to phase 4, building no-code websites. Now, this is where things get really fun. This is how we capture the high-end web design market without needing to know a single line of HTML. Seriously, there is an incredible arbitrage opportunity here. You've got freelancers on platforms like Fiverr charging $500, even $1,000 for premium Shopify or WordPress sites. Meanwhile, a subscription to a top-tier AI like Claude costs what, about $50 a month? You can literally list premium web design services, land an order, and have your AI agent generate the entire website structure and code for you in just 15 to 30 minutes. The margins on this are absolutely staggering. But wait, I know what you might be thinking. Do AI-generated websites actually look professional? Well, just look at Matthew Gallagher's Medvi. It's a personalized healthcare platform that is currently valued at a mind-blowing $1.8 billion. And yep, it was built leveraging AI assistance for its digital assets. By using modern tools like Claude or website generators like Lovable, you can spin up world-class, extremely clean, highly functional platforms, and you can do it with barely any resources. All right, on to phase 5, selling smart AI agents. This brings us to what is arguably the single most lucrative product strategy out there right now, selling custom, automated systems directly to local businesses. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's clear up the technical jargon. What exactly is an AI agent? It is essentially a tireless virtual assistant. It's a smart system that automates complex, super repetitive business workflows, stuff like taking customer sales calls or managing support tickets. And it does it entirely without human intervention. They work 24/7, they literally never get tired, and they can handle hundreds of customers all at the exact same time. The market demand for these agents is just huge right now, and you can build them today using totally accessible tools. For instance, you can use 11 Labs to build a voice sales agent. Just imagine creating an AI voice assistant for a skincare brand like Dot & Key that answers customer calls and instantly recommends the perfect sunscreen. Or, you could use BotPress to build a customer support bot for a massive company like Zomato that instantly processes refunds. You can even use Google Omni to generate natural-looking user-generated content marketing videos. These aren't gimmicks. They are highly practical tools that real businesses are desperate for. Finally, we reach phase 6, landing your first client. Okay, time for a reality check. You can have the most amazing, perfectly built AI product in the universe, but it means absolutely nothing if you can't actually pitch it to a buyer. Client acquisition requires a real systematic approach. You can't just fire off random cold emails and cross your fingers. Here is an exact, proven 10-day cycle. Day 1, you send that initial message. Day 3, you do a polite little follow-up. But Day 5 is the game changer. Because let's be honest, nobody has the time or the desire to read a massive, boring text email anymore. So instead, you send a custom 30-second demo video showing exactly how your AI agent answers a call for their specific business. They will instantly see the value. Then, you just wrap up with a final follow-up on Day 10. So, the crucial point here is all about how you frame your pricing. Framing is literally everything. Instead of just walking in and saying, hey, my AI agent costs $10,000, you pitch the concrete ROI math. You show them conversationally, look, if you're currently losing 50 leads a month because your team is too slow to follow up, and just 3 of those leads would have bought your $10,000 product, you're essentially losing $30,000 every single month. Suddenly, when you put it like that, a $10,000 AI agent isn't an expense at all. It's a smart investment that literally pays for itself in less than a month. And that, my friends, is how you close the deal. Well, we have covered the tools, we've broken down the strategies, and we've done the math. But here's the thing. Absolutely none of this works without execution. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative challenge. Are you going to let another whole year pass by just scrolling and consuming content? Or are you ready to actually start building? The blueprint is right here in front of you. The choice is yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy building.